You know what I like? I like good games. I really like good games. I think we're all in that where we like good games. I have nightmares to show you. It was a while ago that I bought these games. They were a 4 pack of games on Steam sale. Now, I'm a sucker for platformers, specifically good 3D platformers and 2D platformers. Think like Mario or, I don't know, Darkwing Duck, Mega Man, something. Anything that's got a good control and plays nice. I don't care if it looks the best. It's whatever. So I saw these games up for sale, and it was $5 for 4 of them. And I'm like, okay. So I bought them. Never played them. And then I decided I wanted to. So here we are. 4 different games we're going to be talking about in this video. First one up, Dino Adventure. Oh, I don't like the music, but the game looks okay. Don't know why everything looks a little bit blocky, or why the dragon sounds like it's getting hurt every time it jumps. But it's a game. A lot of levels. Alright then. Yeah, this game is meh at best. These assets don't really look like they all go together. They look like they came from different games. Which is a point that we're going to be bringing up several times in this video. But more on that later. Controls are a little bit floaty. Almost like walking on the clouds. Not in a good way. I mean, it doesn't help that they use clouds as platforms in this game, but it's not helpful. Enemy AI is kind of stupid too. They just kind of waddle back and forth. It's kind of garbage, but this game sells for $1.25. So what am I really complaining about? At least the water looks nice. Well, I guess we should talk about the premise. Yes, the game has a premise. I wouldn't call it a story, but a premise. The premise is that you go to these different lands to free the little dragons by jumping on their heads and surrounding them with shields, and then finding a big red button to leave the world. You've collected enough of these dragons to actually get to the rest of the levels. But the more I think about it, the more angry I'm becoming, because this game is not called Dragon Adventure, it's called Dino Adventure. Why are we dragons? Why are the enemies bats that don't fly? Why are there weird, like, wolf things that look like teardrops? Who's throwing boulders down hills at people? Why are these lands all square islands? I don't know. And I don't really care to find out too much. It was a cheap game that looked like it'd be, a weird knockoff of Mario Galaxy when I saw it. So I thought I would try it. And you know what? It's not even a knockoff of Mario Galaxy. It's more a knockoff of, well, Dooloo Doobie Land. And when you're a ripoff of a ripoff, it's kind of bad. This game's got weird texture glitches, it's got weird physics, things spawning that you can visibly see them just spawning and changing, poor response to controls, and really an uninteresting level layout in all. But at least I can say it's a game. It's not worth playing in my opinion. Not even worth really buying or talking about much further. So I'm going to give it no potatoes. None. Next up is Angry Bunny, which I have to state there are 2 in this collection, but there's actually 3 Angry Bunny games. Okay, so this game looks really weird. The bunny walks weird, and the road is floating. Everything's kind of glitchy. Oh, congrats. I don't know why it says congrats when you jump in the hole, but whatever. Uh-oh. Something looks really familiar here. Blocky textures that cut off weird. Stolen models from other games. Or even from Turbo Squid, the website where you get free 3D models. I mean, seriously. What the heck? There's nothing about this that makes sense. Seriously, nothing about this makes any sense. Oh great, a car's hitting me. Yay! Fun. Okay, so, at least when you die, you go back to where you started in the map. I guess that's a plus. It's gonna be hard to reach pluses in this. Sound effects are kind of bad. And the music cuts out randomly, just like it did in Dino Adventure. Something I didn't actually talk about much. And look at this thing. Look at this weird thing. It looks like it belongs to a board game, not to this game. Whatever. So let's talk a little bit about the premise of this game too. This one's gonna hurt a little bit. So in this game, you have to go around and collect the keys to unlock the bombs, to blow up giant carrots to get the exit holes. You know what? It's garbage. This game is an utter glitchy mess. Look at this. Yeah, the car hit me into this weird post, and it just kept hitting me. But it wouldn't register that I was hitting me anymore. It just wouldn't let me up. I couldn't jump. I couldn't move. So I had to actually close the game and restart it just to go through and try it again. Why am I doing that? Why am I doing this? Why am I playing this freaking game? The collision's bad. The level layout's bad. Some of the levels are unfair, to say the least. The AI is both stupid and smart. And the more I think about it, the congrats thing annoys the heck out of me. It's constantly there. Every time you go into one of these holes. Doesn't matter if it's in the level to go into the level or in the level to get out of the level. It always says congrats. I don't understand why. The AI characters are unfitting for the maps, to say the least. You can tell that they just made a few assets and literally put them together to make this game really quickly as possible. This probably took them a day or two. You could see... Oh, I was about to say you could see that they stole from good quality things, but you know what? Most of these models and textures are fairly basic. I mean, I could make some of these myself in just a matter of minutes. I don't understand what is even going on half the time. You get hit with infinite hits, which you can't do anything about, which happened a lot on one level specifically. You have a multitude of levels which can keep you busy, yeah, but they're all the same. Same premise, same traps, same AI. It is utter garbage. Oh, and by the way, remember that really nice looking water from Dino? Yeah, guess what made an appearance again? Which tells me it's either an engine asset that they're just using, or they're just stealing from the same source. I had to look into it. They're technically both made by the same people, but not at the same time. The Angry Bunny games were actually made by Taro Lunka as a developer as well as a publisher, where the game Dino Adventure was actually made by Arsarks, which is a weird name, by the way. But what's really weird is if you look over to the left on the page for Angry Bunny, you'll see where it says Valkel or Valkiel. I don't know how to pronounce what they're putting there, but software bundle. And that's actually the name that was on the bundle that I purchased, which included Angry Bunny 1, 2, Dino Adventure, and the fourth game we've been looking at. But the fourth game has a different name as well. It's Roskija Game Experience as the developer. Very interesting. And by interesting, I mean really stupid. On a plus note, I did find a glitch inside of Angry Bunny that you can actually collect the bomb without getting the key if you just touch it right. So you don't even have to get the key to escape. You can just go sneak and get the bomb and then go blow up the carrot. Some cases, the star you collect inside the carrot is too big for the carrot and you can just touch it. Don't even need to play the game properly. Not that you really want to. This game normally sells for 99 cents. I don't even think it's worth that. 0 potatoes. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. By that definition, this game developer is insane. Angry Bunny 2, more of the same garbage. Oh, the congrats is gone though. Yay! I kind of miss it now. Alright, so it's the same models. Looks a little bit more like they're using more maps though, which is cool. Showing that they've tried to do some sign of more development or more stealing. The maps themselves are poorly textured, so you can actually see all of the polygon faces. Which the models for the buildings and things, not as much, so yay. Oh look, knockoff but bombs. Yay, they're stealing not only a concept of Mario Galaxies and even Mario 64 at this point, but now they're stealing ideas of enemies. Yay. Oh look, a new mechanic. Throwing things at enemies so you don't just avoid them. What a concept. Ooh, such a concept. It's the same game. I don't care who you are. It's the same game. They just made more levels and added a mechanic of throwing things and an enemy. That's it. It's the same freaking game. It's the same game. That's all it is. So this game has far less maps and an overworld that is pretty much just one room. So at least I can get to the levels easier. I don't really want to though. The maps all look like they belong to different games, and they probably were not made for this. They were probably literally stolen. I'm a firm belief that this game, this developer, just gets assets and reuses them to set up games, or steals them from other people to set up games, with no thought and just quick cash grabs, thinking, oh, we can sell for 99 cents and no one will care. I care. I can't get refunds for these now. And with this specific game, I didn't play very many levels because I realized it was pretty much the same. The space level kind of drove me insane, though. At first, I didn't know what I was doing. I just saw a single enemy, and everything was a slope, and there was a giant arrow telling me to go over the edge. But we're in space, so I didn't want to fall forever. But it just led to more glitches and more problems. I eventually did figure it out, but I kind of turned it off after that. I was kind of done. Rotten potato. You know what? Dino and Angry Bunny won as well. Rotten potato. Not no potatoes. Rotten potato. These don't even deserve to really be sold or exist. They're not even complete games. These games are, well, calling them games is kind of generous. These wanting to be games are barely finished. They're not tested, they're not polished, there's no story, the music sucks. All of them are terrible. I don't even know why I continue to play them. I'm just a glutton for punishment, I guess. I hate it. Now for the last game we're looking at, Angry Golf. Yes, Angry Golf. Interesting concept of a game. But you know what? That doesn't save it. At all. It's a golf game, a mini golf game, where you hit it instead of into a hole, you hit it into a hockey goal. A hockey goal. Now, this could be an interesting concept because it does appear to have physics where you can actually shoot up, down, curve, and everything like that. And so it's essentially a golfing platform adventure, which sounds on paper to be cool. More stolen assets, though, so you know they didn't put much effort into it. Yeah, the game itself is all blocky with the same textures as all the previous games, with some slight changes, like the golf ball's new, but you could see a crease on it where they didn't quite texture it properly either. It was a quick job on a ball. Why can't I play good games? The music's bad, the graphics are bad, the physics are bad, and the hit is bad. Yes, putting in a golf game is almost impossible in this situation. So, let's talk about that a little bit. There's a couple problems with putting. If you're in a slight divot, you can't get out of it. If you don't wait for the ball to fully, completely stand still before you start charging up your shot, it won't let you shoot, but it'll still count the shot. So that means getting that par is quite impossible in some situations. And what's worse is, in order to proceed to the next level, you have to beat par on every level. At least, that's what I thought. Because, face it, these guys don't understand game development or quality assurance, testing, anything. I found out that you can actually skip levels without beating them. All you have to do is hit over par. Yeah. Like, look at this. I did not hit par. I went to level select, and guess what? The next level was unlocked for me already. Very interesting. Because I didn't beat the level, so I don't understand how I got through. But it's a godsend, I guess, if you want to play this game and don't care about winning. Or you could be like me and just not really want to play the game at all. It's up to you. I decided to go through and play every hole of this game just to see how bad it got. And I can tell you right now, I wasted way too much time on this. You start seeing appearances of maps from Angry Bunny, not sections of maps or items from maps. No, the full freaking map as a golf course. Which means they were too lazy to even make new maps. They just took their existing map and switched out what game it was for. That was it. That is the laziest I have ever seen people do in a game. There's cheap explosions everywhere. There's cheap jumps everywhere. There are too many physics issues to even consider this fully completed game. But it is. It's not a pre-release, nothing. It's the full game. And they made a sequel for it too. I'm not buying it. Yeah, I played all the way through the game just to see the ending, which the ending was very counterproductive, I guess you would put it. Because it just ends. That's it. I played through so many weird broken parts of this game. They couldn't even do collision right. Like on this map, level 8. If you hit the wall right, you just fall through the map. And you have to escape to even get back in and play the level. Not worth my time. I don't think this game's worth anyone's time. Why would anyone buy these games? Why? They're all rotten potato games. They're barely functioning mishmashes of different models that they stole and built-in engine physics, nothing new programmed. It's all engine physics with maybe some small programming that they probably also stole or purchased from a workshop to be able to make their games. And they push them out one by one. These games all came out within a day period of each other. And the company has more than 800 games under their belt. Which means they've just been pooping them out like it's nothing. They're probably all the exact same quality. They all have the same kind of garbage graphics. They're all using the same models. And they probably all use the same music. Because from what I can tell from these games, the music is pretty much the same between all of them. It's not worth it. If you want a good platformer and you want to spend money on it instead of just playing one of the free ones, I recommend something like ZZ Island, which I might talk about at some point because it's an interesting game. But don't buy these games. Don't ever buy these games. Don't give them the time of day. Don't look at them weird. Don't even consider buying these games. They're garbage. They're utter garbage. There's no reason to own them. No developer should ever be able to get away with as much as these people are doing. These guys are like the indie EA where they sell you broken garbage and they expect you to play it. That's it. That's all they do. I'm going to have to take a small break here. I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with this. Remember, always follow your dreams. And I'll be seeing you next time. Please don't forget to leave a subscription or a like or dislike or comment. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see me there. Well, I gotta get away from these games and go play something nice. I'll catch you guys later. Peace, guys.